It's time to combine some animals in Combinimals. Here's the classic reference images. It has been a while since I've done one of these, and even this one was recorded 7 months ago. So I don't exactly recall my thought process at the time, but you can see I'm closely using the reference on details that I was focused on. Didn't bother with very specific details of the scales and whatnot, but just how the fingers lay and such. On the wasp, there probably wasn't a very good view of it, but it did have 3 eyes in the middle of its forehead. And lizards tend to have a third eye, like a light detecting scale in their foreheads, a lot of breeds of lizard. And I think the reason I put the 3 eyes there was because in the reference image I had of the horned lizard, the horny toad, its third eye was visible. You know, it doesn't look like a regular eye, it's sort of just like a slightly darker scale that can detect light. Don't know how to explain it. If I find an image, I'll put it on screen. Anyways, did a lot of touch-up because of all the spikily bits having to clean up from between because of how I do the, I guess you could say, instanced line work. It puts it in its own groups and such. So there's a considerable amount of cleanup with this one compared to some of the others. This was originally to mask it, fill it all in, and then turn it into a mask, but I ended up not really needing a mask for the entire thing, just for the body, because of I used gradients instead of just painting and blurring like I did on some other ones. The spike color definitely changes later on, you'll see that. I decided to go with more of the coloring from the lizard for the spikes, but obviously the body went with whatever the little wasp creature is. That wasp was just like it happened to land on my window of my truck, and I took a picture of it because I thought it was very interesting looking. And I like the way the spiky doos do, but I don't know how to feel about the way I did those teeth. I think if I was to do it again, I would probably try to mix in more of the mouth parts of an insect. But here's the final product view of the HornedWaspard. And a little bit of puppet tool animation thrown in.
Super Fake Films. We aim to entertain.